If you were the Prime Minister or any delegate of your country, how would you address an unexpected influx of migrants seeking asylum? Using interactive simulation and real-world data, learn how to make the best decisions about complex policy proposals in a fast-paced environment. In this simulation, the country of Kayapera is a neighbor to many countries. Kayapera responded to protests in its country with extreme force, leading many citizens to arm themselves in self-defense. Now the country has collapsed into civil war, split along both ethnic and religious lines, forcing millions of its citizens to flee from Kayapera to Otania. To know more about the economy and culture of the neighboring countries, use the AI chatbot, keyword background. Each country has different characteristics, and therefore their objectives are different as well. They will each be impacted by the influx of refugees differently. To win, you need to reach the maximum amount of medal points across a multitude of categories that can be found on your dashboard. It is up to the leaders of your country to identify objectives and make decisions based on what is best for your country. Budget and spending. The closer your policy costs come to your budget, the better. Employment. The higher your migrant employment, the better. Human Rights Index. Aim to reach a high HRX. As a policymaker, you will need to make trade-offs. For example, how much of your budget should be allocated towards policies that may positively or negatively impact your citizens' view on the influx of migrants? As you address these issues, keep an eye on key indicators to see how your decisions impact your country. Each team member will adopt the role of a cabinet minister in their country's government. The Prime Minister is in charge of all decisions regarding the economy, migration, and communications, both domestic and international. This minister works with his cabinet on the best overall strategy for handling the influx of migrants. The ATG delegate is the country's representative to the Altripa Treaty Group. This collaborative body sets standard policies for the region and distributes aid. The Home Office Secretary is responsible for border crossings and residency. This minister oversees the asylum application process, residency visas, and migrant detention. The Minister of Labor oversees the distribution of work permits, permissions, and subsidies for migrants. Your team will have a better chance of scoring well in competition by any combination of the following. Spending as close to 100% of your budget as possible. Raising your human rights score as high as you can. Cooperating and listening to your teammates. Making sure migrants in your country can get jobs. Increasing your GDP growth. Involving all your teammates in your presentation. Thinking from a public service perspective. As your country passes certain thresholds, you'll receive bronze, silver, gold, or platinum medals. Each level of medal is worth a certain number of points. The sum of the point of your medals plus the regional score constitutes your game score. So, are you ready to be the next Prime Minister or Cabinet Minister and decide which policies to implement in order to optimize your country's economy, stability, and international reputation in a simulated world? Explore and advance your skills in negotiation, team building, cooperation, and policymaking as you confront the scenario of an unexpected influx of migrants to your country. Let the game begin.